Perfect time to be in the Sunshine State as we welcome you to TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville, Florida. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Indianapolis Colts and the Jacksonville Jaguars. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Michael, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. Check. Run.
They run it for the first time with Tony Pollard. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Run for Pollard. And right away, he lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. On second down, it's Pollard. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That's good for an Indianapolis first down on a gain of 10.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
A man who played college football here in the Sunshine State. It's USF's Marlon Mack. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It'll be a gain of 17 and an Indianapolis first down. On first down, they'll stay with Mack on the ground. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old-school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. On second down, Pollard. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. And chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's third down. Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is third down. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Got an open man. That's Campbell. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. They knew they had the free play after the penalty. They get great yardage, so they can decline that penalty.
And one of the things we've seen develop more and more in recent years are teams seeing that penalty occur and still taking the big shot downfield and hoping to gain the yardage as we just saw there. They practice it, they work on it, and this time they're successful.
And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5, about the 4. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a second and 3. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. This will be play number 9 coming up on this relatively long opening drive as they look to convert on third down. Trying to run for it with Pollard. And he takes it in for a Colts score. Tony Pollard, his 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Colts take it right down and score on the opening drive. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
Ready. 30 base. All day, every day, any day. Switch. Protein spill. Mike 6. Watch the run. Mike 6. 3 buzz. Hey, zoom. Switch it. Come on, switch it. Hey, check. Go. Mike 6. Yeah.
Throwing on first down is Minshew. That one complete. He finds Sharp.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
At the 35-yard line.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard. Taylor. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs.
At their 49-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
132 fighter. Check. Hey, Delta. Check out. Hey. Snap.
Throwing on second down now, Minshew. And this one into the hands of DJ Sharp. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. So even with the pass interference, it's a completed pass. They'll go ahead and just take the play instead.
How about the effort? Making the catch despite the pass interference. Nothing else to be gained on the play. No need to take the penalty. The play stands.
60 Pittsburgh. I'm here all day. Lee Griffin.
A first carry for Leonard Fournette. He'll get this up to the 34, and a good lane opening up right away for him. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. On 2nd down, Minshew. Blitz coming, and down he goes. He is proving his worth defensively. Getting the sack here, that comes after being named the AFC Defensive Player of the Week for his performance in last week's game.
He's stacking games together, isn't he? I mean, you just mentioned what he did the previous week to be named AFC Defensive Player of the Week, continuing to play at that level. And when you get that kind of confidence going, those kind of guys are hard to stop.
If they want it first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. Now a give, right side. It's Taylor, and he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run with Taylor. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
He's tight right here. He's tight on the right. Tight on the right. Out. 3 down.
Hey, box drop. Box drop.
Minus 50. Minus 50. I'm coming. I'm coming. I'm coming. Hey.
From the 25 on 2nd down, Minshew. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Chances are good he's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a 3rd.
I think they put this defense on notice that could be a really, really frequent combination. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
Alert 3. Alert 3. Alert 3.
Five. Get it.
They'll try to throw for it with Minshew. Open man is Westbrook, complete. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. That'll be enough to keep the drive moving forward. Another 1st down on the pickup of 5 yards.
Jacksonville, 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Down. 10-2 stop.
Push him back.
Pilot, 64. Whip.
Whip. Watch the whip. Shoot.
Ready.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Oh, free safety blitz, that can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he'd better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
Now Taylor. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. 8 yards here, so that gets them back within striking distance. And now it's 3rd down. Looking to throw it. Minshew looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. So on 4th down, Jags kicker Josh Lambo comes on. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. The kick by Lambo is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they get the field goal, but that was a 14-play drive to get 3.
You sound like you're going negative on that.
I was.
Sounds like you're thinking the 3's just not that good.
And people say that we're negative sometimes. So.
Well, here's the deal. Getting the 3 is good. Obviously, you would think on a 14-play drive you're going to get 6 out of it. But that type of a drive can pay dividends later on because you might wear the defense down.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complimentary football. But, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
A big play there for Indy. 48 yards. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down with Marlon Mack. About 3 yards there to the 27. The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3. On 2nd down, here's a run with Mack. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
And that's a nice pickup of a 1st down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
Everybody, 480. Mike, 59. Check, 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 check. Check, check, check.
On the ground with a tight end. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Defensively, it was Avonte Maddox with a tackle.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
On second down now. Pollard, and he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Two minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
Watch the run, watch the run. We're going to 54, right here. Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together. Mike, check, 59.
On third down, it's Prescott. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. Telvin Smith able to record his 5th sack of the season. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Carlson able to put this one through. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. On first down, it's Taylor. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
Topper!
Now Minshew. This one complete to the tight end, O'Shaughnessy. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
They'll run on first down. Taylor. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
From the 40 now on 2nd down, Minshew. And he slings one that's incomplete. DJ Chark the intended target, but now it'll be third down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Check 24. Check 50. Check 50.
Hey, wahoo!
Minshew throwing on 3rd down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal.
Check. Under 10. Hey, check 24. Watch 24.
Five.
Here's Minshew. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. James O'Shaughnessy. His 2nd touchdown on the season as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on 1st and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left him reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And you know they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like their memory was a little too long there.
Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, you string them together, could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. The loss of 3 on that first down pass play. Now 2nd and 13.
Here we go, 47. 26.
Now Prescott. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. Third and short yardage. Prescott. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
Indianapolis.
Here we go, 50.
Here we go.
Here we go, 46.
That's it. Max 50. You're trapped. And on the gun.
Here we go, go to 54, line in.
Don't let him breathe.
26.
First down, Prescott. Complete, it's Johnson. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the 50-yard line.
A good down to possibly take a shot, and in fact, they'll come up with an empty backfield on 2nd and inches.
Here we go, go to 54, line in. Under.
50, Mike 50. Check.
Prescott now from the 50. Kelly stripped. The ball is free. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. So we have reached halftime here at a good one. 10-10 is our score. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach and our EA Sports halftime report. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. Fielded about a yard deep. Oh, what a move.
We play to win. Let's go.
At their own 35-yard line.
Let's go now.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up.
And 4 at the 41-yard line.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Go.
Double tight, guys, double tight. Hey. You got 3. You got 3. 3 down. 3 down.
6-6. Pull it high. Look at me. Zipper.
Mike 50, Mike 50.
Recon. 132 fighter. Tight go. Get it.
Again, it's Fournette, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
Ready.
Minshew sets to throw. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Week after week, we're seeing plays like this from him. And I think he's in line. We've discussed it before for NFL Defensive Player of the Year.
And a big reason why, I think, is because of his ball skills. And that's something that, for guys of his position, they've talked about it for years. They've done the drills. But they've really increased it in recent seasons because of the offense have gotten so good. He knows how to take the ball away. That is huge for a defender.
Now they're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. There for the tackle, the former Wisconsin Badger, Leon Jacobs. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Pollard again. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Mike.
Everybody flying in.
Hey, tight down. There you go.
On third down, it's Pollard. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. But just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
First down, Colts.
Here we go. Flying in.
40 seconds to Mike. Check.
Done.
Checking. Crash. 36.
On first down, it's Mack, and he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
59. They can't hang with us. Mike 59.
47.
Check.
They'll try to throw now. Prescott. He finds his man Johnson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts first down. Prescott going to come up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game. They'll go with Pollard here on first down. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Going to run again here with Pollard. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
Well, partner, I guess sometimes it's just a matter of philosophy. Some say run until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool them on that play.
A field goal would get them the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on third down.
Kill! 20
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
The kick by Carlson is good, and they will take the lead at 13-10. So unable to convert for the touchdown inside the red zone, but they do come away with 3.
Yeah, it's a 32-yarder. That's essentially an extra point nowadays, right? Because it's 33 as a general rule for these guys. So it should be a simple kick. But you know what's really strange nowadays? When they miss an extra point, I think they carry that with them longer than missing a field goal because an extra point's supposed to be automatic.
Absolutely, and I would think even field goals inside of 30 yards, even though they're substantially shorter than a PAT, it just has a different feel, doesn't it?
A different feel, a different vibe. That's what I get from all the kickers I talk to. They always say, if I miss an extra point, that's the one that bothers me more.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's caught at the 25. Touchdown, Jaguars! A big play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And once again, the Jaguars are back out in front. Extra point tacked on by Lambo. And that will make this a 4-point game. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Talvin Smith in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Well, that was an interesting little chess match there because the offense went empty set. No running backs in the backfield, so they're trying to get people out into a route pretty quickly. But guess what? The defense sees that. They go ahead and move themselves into a blitzing situation and come right after the quarterback. They had more guys there than they could block.
Now this is Hilton on the receiving end. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Fielded at the 20. It's a 49-yard punt, but subtract 9 there for the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10.
Down.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, we'll see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
And that time, the tackle by Malik Hooker. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Rush in! Rush in! Alert flare! Alert flare! 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 Hard! Hard! Check 31! Check 31! Go!
From the 31, Minshew. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. I don't want to make a story where there's not one, but he threw the 3 interceptions last week. Looked a little uncomfortable. He looks much more comfortable today.
Yeah, just 1 pick so far, and his team leads. So now they can play complementary football, meaning if he takes care of the ball and his offense, if they're humming along, the defense doesn't have to be out there as long. He's taking care of his guys on the other side of the ball.
They're enjoying a fourth-quarter advantage.
Come on, set, 50, plant.
Don't get nervous. Check 9, check 9.
Pilot, 64, weak.
Check 99, check 99.
Down.
Fournette, a first down carry. That's a gain of 4 here in the fourth quarter, with them leading by 4 on the scoreboard. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Watch tight. Tight ends right. Watch tight. Tight ends right. 3 down. 3 down.
2nd and 6. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
That's very well timed there defensively, because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. He'll look to throw. The open man is Shark. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
No room to be had there on the first down run, as he's lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. Timmy Jernigan, the Florida State man, in on the stop.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the Colts 41-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Watch the boot.
Hey, Haywood.
Yep. 6. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
2nd and 10. He's got his tight end, O'Shaughnessy. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Now Leonard Fournette. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Check, 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 check. Move. Slam. Hey, switch gears, switch gears. Watch the twist. Watch the...
Hey, Sam off. Get it.
On fourth down, Minshew. That one complete. He finds Shark. A big one there for the Jags. 18 yards, first down.
I want to take your role, partner, but up in the fourth quarter and going for it on fourth down and picking it up. How about that?
A big chance. That's why football is not for the faint of heart. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's first and 10.
Check nickel.
New draw quarters. Ready?
Here's Taylor. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Lambeau on for the extra point. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Throwing, Prescott. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. That'll put him at 77 yards receiving for the ball game. It's a first down.
First down, Indianapolis.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Here we go. Here we go.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Under. 50, Mike, 50. Go on.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Prescott. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Now a desperation throw deep, and it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
Check it back.
Topper! Topper!
Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Sponge! 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 No, no, no!
Hit it!
They'll run on first down. Taylor. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Kill, 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 kill!
Shoot!
They run with Taylor. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10.
Check three, check three!
22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber.
Hey, check Mike 6, Mike 6! Focus, defense, focus!
Say go!
Fournette running out of the gun. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Good gain there on first down. It keeps them in a running situation, probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Minshew. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Move those chains. That's good for another Jacksonville.
This quarterback now 12 of 17 through the air as he leads his guys up on first down. On first down, Taylor. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. So this will be a win for Jacksonville, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for Jacksonville, it's a critical win for them as it gets them to 9-6 on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for Indianapolis, this was basically just an exhibition game for